Mornings. Pausing for just a second so that you can grab some paper or your notebook or pull up a blank document. All right, I want to see if you are where you need to be, which is AR verbs. Let's conjugate the verb hablar. Okay, ideally you do this without looking. If you are totally clueless, then I guess you have to pull up your notes from last week, which are conveniently also attached to your current lesson for today. But let's see what you can do. So I want you to write out, I talked, you talked, he talked, we talked, they talked. See if you can do it without looking. Ready, go. All right. Finalizing your thoughts. All right. If you are done and your camera's on, can you hold up a number of fingers that tell me how many accent marks you should have on your paper? Good. Dos. All right. Somebody want to read me? I don't know. At least the first three, maybe all of them. We'll see how it goes. Somebody want to read them for me? Okay, Kylan, starts off.
Hable,
Good.
hablaste, habló.
Great. Accents there and there. Just finish them, Kylan. Do the last two for me.
Hablamos. You said last two?
If you want to do vosotros, you can. You go ahead and do it if you had it.
Hablastis. And hablaron. Is that how you say it? Hablaron?
Hablaron. We'll go through them right now. All right, great.
Hablaron.
Hablaron. All right, and I have you repeat then. Please do so because again, you're missing that practice a little bit because I don't see every day. So, or you know, in person to do it. So, repitan. Hablé. Hablaste. Habló. Hablamos. Hablastes. Hablaron. Hey, do it with me. Let's just do the endings. Aste, amos, aron. Aste, amos, aron. You do it. Okay, that should be solid. All right, next up, let's do an ER verb. Good news is ER and IR are the same. So I don't know, let's do vivir. Okay, ready, go. Same thing. I lived, you lived, he lived, we lived, they lived. Try to do it without looking. If you need to look, look. Hopefully you don't. Caleb, we're just reviewing our preterite endings. So you can grab some paper if you want. They're trying to do vivir in the past tense. All right. Again, how many accent marks should I have? Gracias. All right. Thanks, Alyssa. I see it in the chat. All right. So somebody want to do these for me? All right, I can't see who you are. I see your little, it looks like you're in bed. You got a white hood on. I just see the top of your head and I don't see your name. Hello, yes. I still can't see you very well, but who are you? Just once you put your head up or sort of.
Michelle.
Oh, okay, yeah, I just couldn't see you. Okay, go ahead, Michelle. You want to read them for me?
Viví, viviste, vivió, vivimos, and vivieron.
Good. I'll write this one down just in case. Vivistes, and vivieron. Good. All right. As usual, careful on your accents, O and on the I. All right, I'm gonna have you repitan. Viví, viviste, vivió, vivimos, vivisteis, vivieron. Let's do just the endings, okay? Repitan. Iste, yo, imos, istes, ieron. Again, do it with me. Iste, yo, imos, ieron. Iste, yo, imos, ieron. Okay. So, I will expect you to know those on a quiz on Friday. Then on Friday, we did 4 irregulars. We did bear, we did dar, we did ear and stare, and we did aser. All right, so here's what I suggest you do for these guys. I suggest you start with the yo forms, okay? If you can get the yo forms and then you kind of remember the pattern, it flows, all right? So take a second. These 2 are pretty easy. I would expect you should be able to get these, right? This one, I'll remind you what we said. We said it's barely irregular besides an accent. Then if you get there, I saw, you should get dar, I gave, because those 2 are super similar. Then these 2 are weird because it's 2 for 1, right? You have 2 different verbs, went and was, but they only have, there's the same thing in Spanish in the preterite. And then aser is just weird. So see if you remember any of these 4. Like I said, hopefully these 2 are not too hard. This one maybe, that one might be hard. Okay, just give you 30 seconds. If you think you got it, write it down. All right, anybody happen to remember Ver? I got a hand, I'm happy to call on her, but she did already go. Anybody else? Oh, also already went. Somebody hasn't gotten a point yet, wanna go? I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. Oh, Charles does. Go ahead, Charles. Go ahead, Charles.
VA,
How are you spelling that?
VI,
I thought you were saying it. You're just not saying it right, but you spelled it right. V, it's just V. Yo V. I saw. Good. So the only thing that's weird about this is there's no accent. Otherwise, it's a regular ER ending. So yo V. Now, if you get V, dar is easy. Who's got dar for me? Somebody got dar for me? Very, very similar.
D.
Yeah, who said that?
Tom.
Okay. Get your point there. Okay, so yeah, if you got there, you got dar, because look, all you have to do, remember we said take out the V's and put in a D. And those are the same. Then all the rest are the same. V, viste, vio, vimos, vieron. D, diste, dio, dimos, dieron. All right, these 2 are just weird. Either you remembered it or you looked at it. Somebody want to get a quick point? Give you a hint, starts with an F. That help? Lauren.
Fuiste,
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
fuiste,
Uh-huh.
and then, wait, am I supposed to do Hazar now?
I mean, do you want to do it? Do you know the yo form of aser?
Is it Asi?
You're maybe. How you spelling it?
Haci with an accent?
No, try. If it was regular, it would be, but that's why it's on our list, because it's weird.
Okay.
So we just went over it briefly. Alyssa's got it. Alyssa, can you say it or no? I don't know if your microphone works, Alyssa. I'm guessing that's a no. All right, she wrote it to me in the chat. I'll just do it for you. It's Ise. All right, it's a weird one. We're gonna come back to that. I got it, Alyssa, no worries. We'll come back to it. It's basically, it's an I verb is what we call it. It's like got an I in its stem. It's weird. We're going to do a bunch like this. So if you could just learn this one for now, it'd be super helpful. All right, so we have yo vi, yo di, yo fui, yo hice. Do you see any accents on any of these? Okay, all your irregulars, not all, almost all your irregulars will not have an accent. All right, so if you can try to get those 4 in your head, again, we're trying to do a little at a time. It's going to make your life a lot easier by the end of the week. All right, I got one more set of them that we're going to look at right now that are fair game that will be on your quiz on Friday. And then we're just going to practice with these guys for a couple days. And then I will give you a couple more, but they will not be on your quiz on Friday. Okay, so for our regular, these 4. And we are now going to look at some verbs that end a certain way. So if you have not re-pulled up your notes, I want you to do that now. It's the same notes we did last week. So remember, we did these, and then we did these, and now we're going to do what's on the back. All right. So I'm pausing for just a second for you to find these because we're going to fill this part in together. Okay. So you're going to either type it in, or if you already printed it out, you can write it in. All right. So basically, we have 3 endings that we have to be super careful of. All right. It's a verb that ends with car, like tokar or praktikar. Verbs that end with gar, like yegar or hugar. And verbs that end in zar, like empezar or almorzar. All right, they just do a weird thing only in the yo form. I'll say that again. They do a weird spelling thing in the yo form only. In the yo form only, in the yo form only. The other forms are all the same. So they're AR verbs. So the other forms are practicaste, practico, practicamos, practicaron. All right, in the yo form. Here we go. If they end in car, I highlighted a little bit here for you. You're going to change the C to, anybody know? Oh, Charles knows. What is it?
I believe a Q.
Good. Yeah, it's actually QU. You're mostly there. All right, and I'll tell you why. It's easy to see why. It's a little pronunciation thing. All right. So here's the deal if you want to know why. Some people just like to memorize, some people like to know why. So the thing is, like tokar, it's a K, it's a hard K. And so if you changed it to what we would normally do, you would have the word, oops, don't write this down, this is not right. You'd have the word tose. And we don't want it to be S, we want it to be K, because this is a hard K. So to make it toke, we actually take out the C and put in a QU. So there it is, toke. All right, you want to try the second one? Try it real quick. See what you think it would be before I type it in. So again, just take out the C, put in a QU. Is that what you had? Practique. Okay. Let's look at what happens then next. All right, so now we're looking at gar verbs. So let's do like yegar or hugar. So same problem here. We go from a g to a h. So we're gonna have to change the G. Actually, we just add a little bit. To, anybody know this one? Well, let me tell you, it's a GU. Okay, again, same problem, because if I didn't, for yegar, I arrived, I would have ye hey, yo ye hey. And it's not, it's g. I want it to be yo ye gay. So I add in a U. And then it keeps that g sound. All right, so go ahead and try hugar on your own there. Okay, I don't want it to say yo hu hey. I want it to say yo hu gay. G, g. So think about your spelling. Oops. And then check it with mine. Is that what you put? Hu gay. Looks weird. Is that right? Oh, I see what I did. Hold on. All right, we got one more. This one you don't hear as much, but it's the same idea. So if you have a czar verb, really we just don't want it to be a z. So we soften the z to a, anybody know? Well, good thing I'm here to tell you. It becomes a C. So this time the Z is going to change to a C. Not to be confused with the other one that changed from a C to a QU. All right, so if you want to try it before I get there, go ahead. Otherwise, you can wait for me. Here we go. So we have MP instead of zay, MP say. So you just add in that little C instead of the Z. And try the last one. Almorce with a C. So they're just little tiny spelling things, not that big of a deal, but if I give you a few on your quiz on Friday, you got to catch it. And again, only in the yo form, yo form, yo form. Changing the color on that. Look at this. Nope, not bold enough. Only in the yo form. Okay, I'm gonna let you practice this in a second. So make sure you've got down what I have down. I will drop these notes in class resources, but still want you to practice them. I mean, still want you to have them down. Can I get rid of it? Does anybody still need it? Speak now. Okay. So if you go to your current lesson, I got 2 little practices for you. Let's see how we doing on time. I don't know, I'm gonna give you, I don't know, 5-6 minutes to do these little practices, and then we'll wrap things up. So let me show you what I want you to work on, and just be careful here. So look, number 3, gonna go to this study Spanish practice, but listen, you're only gonna do 1 to 12 on the first one because we haven't gone over the other stuff. And then on the second one, you're gonna skip on part C. There's 3 that you're not gonna know how to do, okay? So let me show you what this looks like. So if you click on that, look, fill in the missing letters for the preterite. You've got gar, 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 car, 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 czar, 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 czar. Oh, czar. So you should, if you do those 12, hopefully get those stuck in your head. Do not do part B, okay? We have not done that yet. And then you just submit your answers, and it'll tell you haven't done part B. That's okay, send anyway. And then it'll tell you what you got right. And if you did not get all 12 right, please review your answers so you can see what you did wrong. Okay, then go back and do the second one. Make sure on part C that you skip those 3 because you won't know how to do them. Okay, so please go to work, and I will check in with you in 5 minutes to see how you are doing on those. If you have a question, obviously put it in the chat. You have a textbook assignment tonight. It's 2 activities. It's all preterite practice. Then I'm going to give you 1 more assignment tomorrow night, 2 activities, all preterite practice. All 4 of these activities are not super long. That's why I gave you 2 and 2. Are all like just kind of drill that you need to do, all covering the topics for your quiz on Friday. All right. So I don't really care. I probably honestly won't check them until Thursday. So start working on them now. Do a couple tonight, but if you don't get it all done or whatever, that's fine. But by Thursday, you're going to have 4 textbook assignments that I'm going to check, and it's all fair game for your quiz on Friday. All right. So please check those out. Don't procrastinate. And if you have any questions, stick around. Otherwise, I'm super excited to see 10 of you tomorrow, and the other 15 of you I will see on Zoom. All right. Hasta luego.